Namaste everyone. In today's video, I wanted to talk about forgiveness. I know it's nearing the end of the year, end of 2021, and this is the time of the season where people get together most often because there's holiday, there's a Christmas spirit, and other holidays that comes along with it. And so people tend to, get together, and it's a great time to be together. But at the same time, we tend to reflect on all the things that cause us pain as well. Especially if you went through a loss, or if you were separated, or it could be any type of relationship, even among friends. If you don't talk to each other anymore, there's a lot of things that people kind of reflect on near the end of the year, and you don't want to carry that baggage to the new year. So it's important to learn to let go. My name is Priya. I'm very passionate about sharing positivity and empowering others to live their life to their fullest. We're all creators. We have the capability to create our life the way we want. So let's make it beautiful as possible. Let's dive in. So today's topic is about forgiveness. As I mentioned earlier, around this time, people go through a lot. It could be happiness, it could be any sorts of emotions. But then there are some people in this world also going through sorrow and a lot of struggles and challenges as well, especially during this pandemic time, when things are starting to close up again, depending on where you are in the world. But it's important to make sure you take care of yourself. And if you think about it, forgiveness, it's basically, there's two different types of forgiveness. And I learned this from Master Chua Kok Sui, so I want to give a gratitude for the learning. He's basically the founder of pranic healing. So I've been into pranic healing lately, and I've been trying to learn that. And some of the teachings really reflect very well with me. So I thought I'll share this about forgiveness, because it applies to everyone. So when you talk about forgiveness, there's that outer forgiveness, and there's the inner forgiveness. And the outer forgiveness is basically, when someone does something, you can forgive them, but sometimes, depending on the law, they might have to face the consequences. So, let's say someone did something extremely terrible, you can still learn to forgive them, but they might still have to go to prison. So that's the outer forgiveness. You can still learn to forgive them, but they still have to pay their consequences according to the law. The second type of forgiveness is the inner forgiveness. And if you don't do the inner forgiveness, basically you are the prisoner. You basically are in a prison within your own mind, within your own thought form, and within your own emotions. So it's important to learn for every single person in this world to learn to do inner forgiveness. And sometimes it's not easy, because sometimes you might have been hurt really badly, that it really hurts for you to let go. But the more you hold on to it, the more you are giving life to that memory, and the more it's gonna hurt you. So that's one aspect of it. The second aspect, and this is sometimes what I fall into, is sometimes you don't know you're holding on to something. You don't know that you're not forgiving, and therefore you feel like you're just moving on with your own life. But at the end of the day, you still have something within you that you need to really dig deeper, really reflect on, even sometimes meditate on it, to kind of ask the divine help to kind of guide you to know where you need to forgive and kind of let go. And one of the techniques that I have learned, there's so many techniques that you can do. Obviously, communication is number one. So if you can actually speak to that person and you're able to talk through things, let them know how you felt, but let them know that you're forgiving them, and ask for forgiveness. But sometimes we hold ourselves against something as well. So ask for forgiveness, not just to the other person, but also for you to forgive yourself. Sometimes we often blame ourselves for things that happen to others, or for ourselves as well, and we tend to think we are the reason for it. But at the end of the day, you have to learn to forgive yourself as well, because otherwise you're holding yourself in a prison within you. It might not be easy to understand that, but if you really go deep into it, it's you will realize you're holding yourself. And when you're holding yourself, you can't really live your life. So obviously we're here to live our life. So learn to let go. So number one, as I mentioned, is talking it out, asking for forgiveness, and also expressing that you're also willing to forgive and you're forgiving, because it's only going to benefit you, because you're the one that's getting hurt at the end of the day, and that person might not even know that they hurt you, and they might be moving on, living their life, but you're still in a prison. So let yourself out of that by forgiving. So that's the physical aspect of actually doing that. The second thing is, if you're not able to, let's say they did something that you don't even want to see them again, but then you're willing to forgive them. So sometimes, people don't forget and they don't want to experience the same thing again. So therefore they don't want to get themselves in that situation again. So they avoid it. So therefore you don't want to interact with this person or whomever that hurt you. You just don't want to interact with them. But at the end of the day, you still want to forgive them. So you don't need to physically call them up or meet them up to forgive them. You can kind of do that in your own room. Set the intention of closing your eyes and think of this person in front of you and just kind of forgive them. And this might not be easy, especially if it costs you a lot of challenges, a lot of pain. It's not easy. So the one thing that I learned from Master Choa Kok Sui's teachings is that you can do this on your own, but sometimes it takes a lot of practice, daily practices. So I actually got into a habit of doing it on a daily basis. And sometimes, especially if you're in a situation like me where you don't know what you're holding on to, you don't know who you're forgiving, sometimes you just set that intention of where it's needed. You think of everyone that you know, but sometimes our own parents hurt us. And it's not like you won't forgive them, but there are things that kind of trigger, and then you will remember and you get the same emotions. And if you want to get rid of that, you can kind of put everyone that you know in like a big field in front of you. Just imagine it, everyone that you know, everyone that needs it, right? Just put everyone there, put yourself there as well, because you need to forgive yourself as well. And just imagine, set the intention and say, I just say Atma Namaste. You recognize the soul within them. So and you can say that out loud. Say, I the soul, recognize the soul within you. I the soul sees the divinity within you. I forgive you, I forgive you, I forgive you. And just say this 3 times, and then also ask for forgiveness. Okay, so once you say I forgive you, you can leave it at that. But if you want to go deeper, what Master Choa Kok Sui has taught us is, if you want to go deeper, you just kind of go on with how you feel. So if you say, I the soul recognize the soul within you, I the soul sees the divinity within you, I forgive you, I forgive you, I forgive you. We're all souls, we're all evolving, we all make mistakes. This is how we learn and grow. You're completely forgiven, okay? And make sure you say that and you mean it. Make sure you mean it. And say, please forgive me also. Please forgive me also. Please forgive me also. I too am a soul and I'm evolving. I also make mistakes. Please forgive me. May God's peace and love be with you, and may God's peace and love be with me. So ask for the divine help. That's what Master Choa Kok Sui said. Just ask for the divine help, because sometimes we don't know what we don't know. Sometimes it's in our subconscious mind, and it could be from our past life. Whatever we are holding, just ask for the divine help. And say, may the light and love be with each other. And may God basically give us the healing where it's needed, so we can learn to forgive and let go. When you do this practice on a daily basis, even if you don't know what you're holding on to, things kind of disappear and you feel better. And when you're angry at someone, you can't be angry at someone's soul. You're only angry at their physical body. So as soon as you say, I forgive you, I see you as a soul, the anger kind of goes away, because you're not angry at the soul. The soul is not angry. You as a soul is not angry as well. I know it's a deeper topic, so it might not make sense, but at least try practicing this and see how you feel on a daily basis, because at the end of the day, it's only hurting you when you're holding on to things So learn to let go. Don't take this baggage to the next year. Let go. Feel good in your body. Feel good as a soul. We're all spiritual beings, so you know, let's love each other. Show lots of love, and share this love and knowledge and light with others as well. I hope this video was helpful for you. If it was, please click the like button and share this video with others. If you're new to my channel, please click the notification button and subscribe to my channel as well. I'm very determined to creating weekly videos for you guys to empower you to live your life as the best version of you. Until then, namaste.